pineapples have met their doom.
Are you experiencing high silicates in your reef tank, or more specifically, your RODI water? And are you having an issue with pineapple sponges running rampant all over your tank or in your sump? Well, boy, do I have a solution for you. This high capacity cartridge they call the SilicaBuster 3000. Lock and load. And that's how you bust silicates. Yeah, America, yeah.
Hey guys, real quick, if you want to support this channel, the best way doing that is subscribing, liking this video, leaving a comment down below, anything, and best of all, turning on that bell notification so you know every single time that I upload. Thanks, y'all.
Reefcat decided to help us along the way. Alright guys, well I invite you back to my laundry room. As you can see on the left here is the old RODI water maker that I was using. Is the Aquatic Life RO Buddy. It works really well. It has served its purpose, but I'm having way too many silicates still getting through my tap water. So I had to upgrade to this unit. And the way that I knew I had super high silicates, it was actually reading on the ICP test 3,000 units, whatever units they used to measure. I can't remember the name of it, but there were 3,000 units of silicon getting through. That's insane. 3,000, that's a lot. That is a ton. So essentially my RODI, when I'm topping off the tank, is actually feeding all those sponges and allowing them to reproduce like they are. I think this is our ticket. We'll find out. Let's install it. Real quick before we install it, I'm just going to do a quick overview of what this consists of. So here is the first stage. It's the sediment filter. And then the second stage, it's your carbon block filter for chlorine, chloramines, that type, get it out of the water. And then it goes through here, which is where the RO membrane's at. And that's where it really starts to filter the water and get the contaminants out. And then it goes to the fourth stage, which is the MaxCap DI resin. This is one where it can hold a lot more capacity, more ions, that type. So it says 30% more than regular mixed bed. And then the very last stage is designed to get out all the remaining silicates that this stage and this stage might have left behind. And that's why it's called the SilicaBuster. All right, so it comes with two flow restrictors. One's already installed. This is the red one. And then you have a green one like so. And to know what it looks like, in case you don't know what it looks like, it's got this tip. That's what it restricts the flow. And they're rated for different ratings. But the way to know which one to use, the pre-installed or the green, we need to test the hardness of the water. What we need to do is test our water. Do it straight from the water source. I'm just going to do it from here. All right, get our sample. Get it up to a rinse. Turn that off. I'm a little milky. All right, we got our test strip here that comes with it. It says to hold it into the water for 3 seconds. Should probably get this. Oh my goodness, there it is. Try not to touch it. Ah, there it is. So this is our start color. 3. It says do not shake it. Wait 20 seconds.
Tic tacs later.
1920. Let's see what we got. I'd say it's pretty up there. It's in the very hard area. 180 or more, keep the red installed. Hey, color charts, but we'll keep the red installed for now and see how it goes. So the first step of this process, according to the directions, is attaching the black hose, which is your water source line, to here. Take this off, just push up and pull out the tube at the same time. Then you just screw this right on. Want it tight but not too over tight. And then the end of the black tube just pushes right in. The next one to put in is the yellow line, which is your wastewater line, according to the directions. And it hooks up right here. Give you a better look. This is your wastewater line. Hooks right up here. And here's your black line, or the source water line. It even has it marked in for water going in. And the last one to connect is the blue line. So this blue line is the filtered water line, and this one goes in the back. It connects to one of the HM digital sensors right here. Just push it right in there. So also with these sensors, you want to make sure that this line on the sensor is lined up like so on the T. Closer look. So this line right here, where on the collar, needs to line up the T like that, because that means the probes are like this in there instead of like that. That way they're both getting hit with the water going through them, and they can get the actual reading better. My next step is, so this was on the other side of the black tubing, the black line, like so, but my faucet needed an adapter, and I already have the connection on the faucet, so I'm just going to hook up the tube directly to it. But this hooks up to a garden hose attachment, or that type of size. But for this utility sink, it was a smaller thread size, so I had to do a step down essentially. So we'll just go ahead and connect that. Just pushed right in. Show you. So if you got a small sink like this, yeah, I know it's dirty. It was leaking water. Another sign that you have hard water or rust in the system, because the water drips out, it's just gonna accumulate. It doesn't affect the system at all too much. All right, our next step in this process is removing the two DI filter resins. Why? Because we need to let the system run for 1 hour according to the instructions, which in turn will flush the RO membrane and not waste our RODI resin, or our DI resin. So with these, you don't want to put too much strength on here. You want to make sure they're just hand tight. You never use the wrench to install them, just to take off. I'm gonna lay this down. Might be easier. All right. Here's our DI resin. Then you put the filter bowl back. tight. Take our SilicaBuster out. Woo! Like so. And put this back. Everybody's hand tight is different, so just don't over tighten. Okay, now that's going. Double check everything. So with this ball valve that came with the kit, it says to put it on a convenient location where you can reach it on this black line or your source water line. I think it doesn't really describe what it's actually for, or yeah, what it's for. But I think it's to control your flow. So if you're getting too much pressure, you can fine tune it with this ball valve. So I don't think I need it, but I'm gonna do it anyway, just in case I do need it. So take the razor blade, snap it like that. So on this side, I'm doing the in where it says in, push down, and then out. And a streamline is open. Just like that. Place your waistline, yellow, and where'd it go? The blue line, your supply, in a drain. And we're gonna flush it for 1 hour. You don't have any open connections somewhere where water will just start spewing out. You don't want that. Make sure things are tight, but not too tight. Looks like everything is plugged. And I think we're ready to turn it on and see what we got. All right. We got chamber 1 filled. 2. Should be starting to fill up. The RO. Yep, I can see wastewater coming out. Okay. We're getting below 20 psi, and it's recommended that if it's below 40 to get a booster pump. So we will need a booster pump for this unit. Okay, so while that's flushing, or this unit is flushing for the next hour, I'll go ahead and go over these digital TDS meters. There's 2 of them, as mentioned before. One connects here and the other one connects here. Let's get those hooked up and see what our TDS is going in. And then this one on the right side will be what's coming out. And let's see what we got here. Let's turn this on. In 164, and out will be what's coming out of the RO membrane. 2. So in is the tap water going in, the TDS going in, and then out will be post going through the RO membrane here. So this one's to measure your DI resin. Curious though, what we got? 3, huh? And that's why we're flushing it though. Because there's probably like built up stuff in here, you know? Or even through here, your carbon and your sediment. But yeah. See these sticky backs? There's Velcro. You can stick it to the unit itself, like that. Or you can stick it on the wall if you wanted to, but I'm just gonna put it right on the unit, so that way everything is there. And then there's 2. So it also comes with this cool float valve. So you can have this connected to a reservoir if you wanted to. So that way this would automatically make you RODI water as that reservoir gets low via this float valve. And then the blue line that's currently in the sink hooks right here on the outside. So it's all controlled by this float valve, which is really cool. But I am not going to be using that feature. I don't really have anything reservoir like in here. I just fill up the 7-gallon aquatainers and then just carry them downstairs as I need them. All right, guys, we're back. It has been a week since I set this up, and we are still performing just below 20. But I did get on Amazon and I picked up parts to boost our water. The water source, it'll plug in here, and then this will be the out going to the RODI unit, and it should in turn put more pressure through here so that hopefully we can get up to 40 or 60. I'm hoping 60 would be nice. So the reason why you want good pressure going in through the RODI system is because your membrane will last a lot longer. Your RODI filter membrane, it won't get clogged as fast with the water pretty much saturating in there. It'll also help with your DI resins and your other filters too, honestly, to last longer than having a lower flow going through it and everything. So story time. So this pump here was being held hostage in the parcel locker. So this actually arrived last Thursday, and it is now Tuesday, and I just now got the keys. They made new keys because it was too worn out and everything, but it was just chilling in there, and I'm like, come on, I need to install this boost pump. But here it is. We're gonna get it hooked up. I've already wired it, so I bought this separately on Amazon and this separately on Amazon, and also these connectors separately. I will link everything down in the description below, straight from Amazon if you want to pick this up. Total cost $50 versus if you go and pick up a boost pump that's for an RODI water maker, it's $100 or more. So you're spending less, but we will see how it works. I haven't used it yet. Let's get it hooked up. But first, before we hook it up, let me show you a comparison of our wastewater to product water. It's not too great. Spaghetti everywhere. As you can see, the yellow is the waistline, and then this blue one here, it's kind of trickling out. That's our product water. Hoping to see them equalize, because that's nonsense. Unplug this water source here. What we need to do now is make a cut. So the orientation of this one is it goes through it this way. So this will be your pressurized water. There's also an arrow that tells you the direction on here. So I'm just gonna go ahead and plug this in. About here. And then the line that's going to the unit will go on the out. And then this end will go straight to the faucet. So now we can, I'm just gonna set that there for now. What I'm gonna do eventually is mount everything up on this wall somewhere. This thing's loud. Going nuts. Woo! It's like vibrating like a... That's good. kind of annoying there making water. Damn, okay. Jackhammer going to town down here. Alright. So there's our wastewater and our product water. It's about the same though. So that's a thing. Oh, and it stopped. What's going on here? It started working. Okay guys, we're back again. So yeah, so the DIY booster pump was bad. So I returned it to Amazon and they sent me another one, the same exact pump, and it wasn't working out of the box. So that right then and there I was like, okay, I am done and I'm getting a legit one. So I went with the Aquatech 8800 here, and as you can see or hear, it's got some humming noise, right? But it's not a jackhammer. It's not a jackhammer, and that's good. And it gives me, it doesn't give this unit, you know, super crazy pressure, but it performs well. It performs really well. I'm gonna show you. Currently filling up my jugs now. I mean, it's not like the best, but versus when this pump is not on, it's just a trickle coming out. So it is an improvement, and it's a lot quieter. Cool. Yep. So we're cooking with gas here, you know, making water, doing great. So far I've been using this unit and everything for at least a month, close to a month now. Maybe going on 2 months actually. I think we're going on, yeah, going on 2 months. And the filters are still doing good. Watch them. We can just monitor our life of the DI and the SilicaBuster DI with this one here. So pretty much as soon as it gets to 1, so left is this one, and then flip it to the right, it's this one. 0 is good. So once it gets to 1, I'll swap them out. I have extras, and that way we can have super pure water for our reefs. Yeah, I like this unit, SpectraPure MaxCap 5-stage. Works really well. It's better than this RO buddy, but it did serve a good purpose in the beginning, but now I just use it for our RO drinking water, and that's it. And if you're wondering if it is actually busting silicates, yes, I have to say yes, it is, because after using the water made from this one, I have noticed a decrease in, I had chrysophytes, and I noticed a decrease in that, and especially the pineapple sponges. So I cleaned them out as much as I could, and they're not growing back, which is good. They're not growing like crazy. There's a few in the sump, but they're not growing like crazy like they were, because I used to clean them out, and then using the water from here, they would just come back in abundance and go crazy. But yes, I will have to say it's working. But in a future video, I'm going to be sending out an ICP test to actually measure our silicates, because I was getting 3,000 here, and I have to say it's got to be a lot less, especially with the SilicaBuster Cartridge. But we'll send an ICP test in the near future, and we will show it, because I like to see the numbers, I like to see the data. That's what is tangible proof.